Hey, Kornel Heczko. It's Aussie villain, mate. How you doing? Is well. Excellent news, mate. Excellent news. That's just what I wanted to hear. Now, listen, I was thinking of tossing you the ball opening day. What do you think? Do you want to start? Perfect, perfect. Now, listen, mate, there's no pressure on you. I just want you to go out there and just pitch your game, okay? I will destroy them. Okay, or you could do that. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 1 of season 3 of the Seattle Mariners. And today we have opening day away to the Oakland Athletics. And we will be seeing our new Czech superstar, Kornel Heczko. Mercury, apparently he is nicknamed, on the mound to get the start. Because let's face it, we all really want to see him in action, don't we? Now, I'll catch you up on spring training here. We've had to make a few really tough decisions. And we do have a couple of trades as well. So let's maybe begin with the trades. So first up, it was a double trade with the Tigers. We got rid of Luis De La Fuente, who we had signed. He's a decent player. He's definitely Major League worthy, but he's 31, and he wasn't really we have better options. So we got rid of him, and also a bit of a no-hoper here in Orlando Calexé. So they've both left the club. And in return, we've got Vladimir Pinto. Now, it says here it's a starting pitcher. I keep trying to set him as a reliever. Basically, it just seemed like the sensible thing to do. Reliever, please. He's not a starting pitcher. He has stamina of 35. He is actually, as a reliever, a very good potential bullpen acquisition for us. He's only 23, so lots of room, lots of time to improve there. So he's down in just A baseball this year. He could probably play a little bit higher than that. But yeah, that was the first trade. And the second one, we traded away Semi Tuiluivalala. The reason being is that he wasn't going to be in our bullpen. He has never really been that solid for us, to be honest. You can see his WAR is averages out at 0 over the last 2 years. His ERA plus is under 100 for the last 2 years. His ERA has been quite high as well. So he wasn't going to be in our first choice bullpen. And to send him down to AAA, we were going to have to put him on waivers. So I thought, let's just see what we can do, because he is probably good enough someone would have claimed him off waivers. So we did that. We traded with the Houston Astros, and in return, we got a decent enough first base. And we needed a little bit of cover at first base, having got rid of Brian Healy at the end of last year. So we went and got, Josh Rojas. You can see their OSA ratings have him as a very solid player. He can play other positions as well. He's good on the bases. So I just thought it was just a good solid move to get something for Semi, given that he was in all likelihood going to be leaving. I'm not quite sure why he's down there in rookie ball. Let's just put him in AAA and see where he goes. Now, I just have the AI sort of fixing the lower leagues for me, because I screw things up generally if I do it myself. And obviously he's too good for AAA. That trade just happened today, so maybe it would have fixed itself up when we hit continue to get through to the next day sort of thing. But there we go. So they are the trades. Now, we've made 2 big decisions as well with players going down to AAA. We have sent down to AAA Kyle Sager. He has gone down. The reason being is that, well, I'll tell you the reason why in just a second, but he's never really done it for, I'll tell you now, Crawford is going to play third base for us to start the season. He had option years left. He's never really done it with us. It was okay last season, but our first season when he came back from injury. He had a really hot spell last season, 77 RBIs, but he's never really done it consistently for us. His contract is up at the end of this year. We have an option at the end of this year. So we can always call him back, obviously, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want to give Crawford a go, because he did well in spring training. We'll get to spring training in just a second. And he did really well at the end of last year, and he batted over 300. He's a good third baseman. We've been playing him there in spring training, and he's a very good defensive third baseman as well. So we're going to give him the chance. And the other player that's gone down is Carlos Toki, who was a very solid player for us last year, but didn't really hit with at all. He's a good defensive player, but we've made changes there. The player that's come in for him, I may as well tell you now, is we've got Lewis. Of course, we've got the expanded roster for this season as well, but Kyle Lewis is going to come in, kind of be a backup designated hitter and also right fielder. And the other guy who smashed it to pieces in spring training is Jake Frawley, so he's going to get a go as well. Good defensive left fielder, center fielder, and like I say, did well in spring training. So let's go and have a look at spring training. And look at this, we actually topped the division in spring training. 16 wins, 12 defeats, best in the division, so promising signs there. And if we look at you can see the rest of spring training there if you're interested. And if we look at preseason predictions here, we're actually predicted to be second in the division behind the Houston Astros. Now, I don't really know, I should go back and check how last season's predicted predicted finishes ended up relative to how it played out. But we're predicted over 500. We're predicted only 6 games back of the Astros, which would surely put us in and around the wildcard conversation. I think based on the predictions, we would be in the wildcard game away to the Red Sox. So let's hope this roughly plays out for us. But there we go. Heczko is predicted to be the top pitcher in the game. Could he be the difference for us this season? There's got to be a chance of that, doesn't there? So let's have a look at the teams that we have, or the squad that we have, the roster. There's what I'm looking for the start of the season. I'll put up the spring training stats here so you can kind of see that for yourself while I'm sort of going through everything. So the starting rotation, we have Heczko, Sheffield, Barucki. You probably want to see attributes, don't you? So there's Justice, Sheffield. OSA ratings are very similar to the head scout. So he's in the starting rotation. Ryan Barucki, who doesn't look like much, but he was just really, really solid for us last season. So he's going to get the number 3 slot in the rotation. Corbin Martin is going to be number 5. He actually was a little bit disappointing in spring training, but we can see there he was decent for us last year. What was his... yeah, you can see ERAs generally in spring training were not the best. Neither were the WARs. The one guy who did smash up spring training was Justin Dunn. He's 5th in the rotation to start with. Just because I think the other guys are maybe a little bit better, or certainly they were last season, so they sort of earned the spot. But a really, really strong starting rotation. Will Smith is going to be the starting closer. That makes a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? But there we go. So that's him. We're going to have Brandon Brennan in the bullpen as a setup guy. He was quite solid for us last year, so he continues in that role. We also have Curtis Taylor. Now, I have him as a secondary role as a closer. I'm hoping that if it's a closing situation that's better for a right-hander, that the AI will kind of realize that and put Curtis Taylor in. But he was our all-star last year, and he is an all-star, isn't he? So let's hope he has another really, really good year for us. The middle relievers, Parker Markel, again, doesn't particularly look like much, but just continues to get the job done for us when we need him. So he gets the start in the bullpen, as does the new boy Brad Hand, the left arm of Seattle, as he was christened in the comments. I have big expectations for him. I hope he'll be a nice little addition in there for us. And also Johnny Lasagna. Let's go with that, because that's definitely much easier to say. As a middle reliever, I think he's solid for us. So he wasn't particularly last year, but I have faith in him still. And then we have some long relievers, a left arm in the bullpen, another one in Gonzalez. I'm not convinced how long he's going to stay there. I just worry about this movement after his injury season 1. He's never really come back. And Albert Abreu, who was very solid in spring training. The head scout doesn't really rate him. OSA really does. So yeah, we'll leave him in there and see how he does. So that's the pitching side of things. The batting side of things with the lineup, you can see there spring training, how that's gone for us. The catchers, we have 2 very good ones in Tamori. He's just really, really good, isn't he? Either way, no matter how you look at it. And Connor Wong, who head scout doesn't rate that well, but OSA ratings, they have gone down a little bit in potential, but he's still, according to them, a very, very good player. He actually was quite good in spring training as well. If you look at his batting, batting .333, on-base percentage was right up there as well. So, yeah, he was quite good. First base, Daniel Murphy. He finished last season strong. I'm really, really hoping he starts off this season where he left off last season, because he should be quite good for us. So we signed him to a new deal, didn't we? So he's got a couple of years left. Vogelbach, we're going to keep faith with him. He was disappointing last year with the bat. He was quite poor, but he was decent. And spring training, he finished spring training really strong. He wasn't great to start with, but he did finish strong. Taylor Walls, who is a very good young prospect for us. OSA ratings aren't particularly strong for him, but the head scout rates him. I'm beginning to think that maybe the head scout is wrong on a lot of players, and that the OSA ratings tend to be a little bit better. But he gets a start at second base for us. JP Crawford, as I said, he's going to get the start of the season at third base. He can play shortstop as well, obviously. So he's in the team. It was quite it was weird spring training. Didn't hit, but on-base percentage wasn't too bad. Freddie Galvis is going to stay in the team at shortstop. A really good defensive player. He's average at best with the bat, but I think his defense keeps him in the team for now. And we also have Richard Uriner, who again, OSA ratings rate higher than the head scout does. He was good for us last year with the bat. He could play a few positions, and he's the reason that Kyle Sager dropped down, because I just think he did better last year, so he gets the start. Wasn't the best spring training for him. Brian Reynolds, of course, who was Rookie of the Year last year, an absolute star, picked him up in the Rule 5 draft and never really looked back. So let's hope we see a good, solid second season from him. Jake Frawley, as I said earlier, really good in spring training. Didn't do particularly well when we called him in last season. Batted 0.53, but did okay in Double A. You can see there, he did well in spring training, so let's hope that continues. Malik Smith wasn't the best in spring training. No, excuse me. But we know what he can do. He's very, very solid indeed. And, yeah, long may he continue. Have a good year for us. Mitch Haniga keeps his spot in the lineup as well. Not a good spring training for him either, but a bit of a disappointing last season as well. But he's got good power for us. If we can get back to sort of Season 1 2019 numbers, then we'll be very, very happy. And Kyle Lewis, as I said, kind of a backup to right field, a backup designated hitter. Didn't do well last year when we caught him in with the expanded roster. And I didn't think we'd see him this season, to be honest. But he did really well in spring training, so he's going to get keep going. The one guy that I did contemplate, as he's still, he's been dropped down from AAA again. Where did he go? Courage here. He was quite solid in spring training. He was really good in A baseball. I just didn't think he wasn't quite as good as Lewis in spring training, so that's why we have made that change. Was there anything else I wanted to catch you up on? I don't think that is. Let's have a look at the team for opening day, guys. This is the 2021 Seattle Mariners opening day team. So the matchups look like they're just in our favor, but leading off, it's going to be Malik Smith, and he's in center field. Daniel Murphy bats second at first. Brian Reynolds bats 3 at left field. Vogelbach is a designated hitter. He bats 4. Tamori bats 5. He's the catcher. Freddie Galvis bats 6 at shortstop. We've got Mitch Haniga at 7. He's in right field. J.P. Crawford bats 8. He's at third base. And Tyler Walls bats number 9. He's at second base. It is the Croatian king. Not Croatian. Was he Czech? The Czech king that gets the start for us. We're up against Brandon Bilak. Kind of is what he is, isn't he? That's who we're up against. Let's see if we can get off to a good, solid start. And here we go. Welcome to the 2021 season. It's Malik Smith to lead us off here in Oakland. And, yeah, let's see what we can do. Let me know what you think of the trades. Kyle Sager down in AAA. He did get 77 RBIs last year, as I said, but yeah, I just feel like he wasn't the strongest bat, and he did get a lot of opportunities. He was pretty much third base the entire season. Is that going to get over the head? No, not quite. And that is the first out of the season. It brings up Daniel Murphy to bat. Yeah, I just feel like he had the whole season, and Daniel Murphy gets the first hit of the season. Well done, mate. Let's hope that's a sign of the few other things to come for him. Runner at first, 1 out, Reynolds to the plate. Yeah, I think for somebody who batted all season, is that going to be a double play? Oh, no, he beat it just about. So there we go. Yeah, for someone who was there all season, I just don't... I mean, 77 is not a bad number, I guess. Maybe it's harsh, but he had an option year. We could have dropped him. We would have had to waive anybody else. So, like I say, we can always bring him back. Suddenly, with 2 out, we have runners at first and second. Tamori to the plate, and Tamori strikes out. So there we go. Unfortunately, nothing for us in the top of the first. And now we get a first look at Kornel Heczko, our Czech. Is he going to start things off with a 3-pitch strikeout? Oh, absolutely fantastic. We might have found ourselves a nice little player here. Here we go with his second batter. That's, at least he's hit that one. Is he going to get the play at first, though? Yes, he is. Excellent stuff. There was, and it was pointed, I think, by Flo in the comments, that he did have a player option at the end of his, or at the end of the third season or second season. I can't remember which one it was now. Another strikeout. What a start. I did see that at the time when I was offering the contract, and I did think I should probably... I did have a quick look to try and figure out how to get it out, but I couldn't see it, and I should have taken more time in hindsight. My plan, though, is that at some point towards the end of this season, we'll try and extend his contract. Is that going to get through? No, it's not, and that's going to be 2 away for us at the top of the second. We will try and extend it and get that out of there. And yeah, we're not hitting particularly well to start the season, are we? Alright, it's Kornel Heczko again, up against... That should be easy enough. Crawford at third, over to first, and that is 1 away. Yeah, we will try and get rid of it. I mean, if we only have him for 2 seasons, I mean, we'll enjoy those 2 seasons by the looks of things, won't we? That's straight into the shift. Walls over to first, and that's 2 away. And 20 pitches in, he's not looking too bad, is he? That's been popped up. It should be caught out there by Mitch Henniger. It's a simple catch. It is caught, and we get out of the second as well. And there we go. So far, so good. Now, can Taylor Walls get us underway here? He's got a piece of it. It's into the shift, though. Easy ground ball, and that'll be one away. Next up, it is Malik Smith, back to the top of the order. Not the best first time through for us. Just Daniel Murphy with a hit, but yeah, not the second best second time through for Malik Smith either. Murphy has got it through, has he? No, it should be an infield hit. Yes, it is. So Daniel Murphy, 2 for 2. Excellent start by him. And now Brian Reynolds with 2 out. Can he get something going for us? That's back up the middle, and it's going to get through. Reynolds with a hit. Murphy, is he going to get the third? No, he's not. And it's Vogelbach with an early chance here to get some RBIs on the board. Go on, Voggy. Full count, 2 out. And he walks, and it brings up Tamori, who has a habit of getting the job done when we have a loaded bases. Runners in scoring position. Can he get us underway here? Come on, Tamori. He's got a piece of it. Is it going to get through? No, it's caught. Oh, it looked good off the bat. And it's dragged in by the second baseman, and we cannot take advantage of the loaded bases. It's Piscotti up against Heczko. What can he do? He can strike out is what he can do. Excellent, excellent stuff. 3 strikeouts already for our I keep calling Croatian, for our Czech. Well, you can see what I keep calling him. That should be caught out there by Brian Reynolds. And there it is for 2 away. And it's Russell Martin. He must be 60 by now. Russell Martin to the plate. And he strikes out as well. I tell you what, I thought he might take a little bit of time to adjust to Major League Baseball. No signs of that so far. Biak to continue to Freddie Galvis. Come on, Freddie. Freddie down the first base line, but that is easy, and that will be 1 away. Yeah, Henniger now steps up. I think I'm a little bit worried that maybe Galvis is a little bit too high up the order. Henniger, there's a good hit. I kind of went off both spring training form as well as sort of last season's form, sort of how players ended last season. So Galvis ended last season well, so I thought, you know, give him a chance. And there's an error, and they've thrown Henniger over to second. Excellent, excellent stuff. 3-1, nice hitting count for JP Crawford as well. Can he justify his selection over Kyle Sager? He's drawn a walk, so that's fine. It's Taylor Walls now with 1 out. Chance of a double play, of course. Come on, Taylor. He's hit that well. It's into a double play. Can he beat it? No, he can't. And is it the double play Mariners returning for the new season? We just don't seem to start seasons well. That has been a first pitch swing, but it's going to be caught out there by Brian Reynolds. Because we saw last season, didn't we? We were down in the sort of 300s after the first month and a half, and then we just kind of battle all season to make up for that. That's a deep ball, and it is over the head of Malik Smith, and it's the first hit against Heczko. It's just a double, but with 1 out, are we going to start and see him fade here? He shouldn't do. He's got decent stamina, and he's only 45 pitches in, but it's Matt Chapman now to the plate, and that is going to get caught just for a second. Then I feared it might drop in. Runner stays at second. That's 2 away. And can we end this innings now, please? Mr. Heczko. Oh, he's hit him. Okay. Still 2 out, and there's a power hitter at the plate as well. That's been popped up, and Henniger, 2 hands, please, mate. Make sure of it. There it is. We do get out of the 4th. It's not one for the hitting coaches, this one, is it? Pitching coaches are having a great day, though. Malik Smith leads us off in the top of the 5th. Full count against Malik. Come on, mate. He has got it down the third base line, but I don't think he's quick enough to beat that one, and that is 1 away. 0 for 3 for Malik Smith. Daniel Murphy, who's had a good day so far, 2 for 2. What can he do? He's hit that relatively well, but it's going to be caught out there in center field, and that is his first out of the season. And with 2 out, it's Brian Reynolds. Just close your eyes, have a swing, see if you can plant one over the fence, mate. Come on. That is going to get through. It's 2 for 3 now for Brian Reynolds as well. And it's Vogelbach with 2 out. Now, he's walked twice, hasn't he? Are they going to give him something to hit? They are. We've gone the steal with Brian Reynolds. I don't know he's the quickest, but he's done a good job, and they've thrown it away, and he's going to get the third. The go-ahead run is just 90 feet away. Can Vogelbach drive him in? 3-1's the count. Is he going to walk again? He's got a piece of it. No, but it's straight to first base. And we end the top of the 5th, still without a run, despite having 5 hits. And 2 double plays as well. So we're doing well on the double play count as well. All right. Heczko goes back to work. That is driven through the right side of the diamond. And it is a leadoff single. And it just makes you a little bit nervous. Can we induce a double play? We just might be able to, you know. No, just the one for Taylor Walls there. Runner goes to second. And there is just the one out. Chad Pinder to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far today. That is going to drive in a run, I think. And we fall behind despite... No, we don't. The runner holds at third. This is trouble, though. Come on, this is a real first test for Kornel Heczko, isn't it? What's he got? What's he made of? Strikes him out. Excellent stuff. That's 2 away. All right, can he get himself out of... What is a slight mess he's got himself in here? That is popped up. Henniger, 2 hands, makes the play. And we do get out of the bottom of the 5th. Still things tied. It's donuts all around. Tamori to lead us off. Up against the new pitcher, Nate Jones. Can we get a hold of the new guy, I wonder? Come on, Maury. He has just bunted one back to the pitcher's mound, and that will be the first out of the top of the 6th. Freddie Galvis, what can he do? It's a first pitch bunt. Interesting tactic. I don't think he's going to beat that somehow, and that is 2 away. Interesting. Mitch Henniger. Come on, Mitchy boy. 1 for 2 so far. And he walks. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Runner at first. 2 out. Can JP Crawford draw him in? He's 0 for 1 as well. He has a walk. He has hit that really well. JP Crawford down the first base line. And Henniger is going to get to third. Sorry. He's going to hold up there. Is he? Yes, he is. It's a double for Crawford. Again with the 2-out rally. And it's going to be Taylor Walls. Can he do something? He can't into a double play, so you might as well just try and get a base hit, mate. Come on, Taylor. He's got it back up the middle. He's popped it up, though, and it's going to be caught in center field, is it? It looks like it is, and that ends the innings, and we still cannot get a run across the plate. Nate Jones was injured. He's been taken out, so we'll see a new pitcher when we get to the 7th. But can Heczko get us there equal still? Come on, mate. There's a strikeout. Excellent stuff. Strikeout number 6. Matty Chapman steps into the plate. What can we do? 3-1 is the count on him. He's hit that straight to Freddie Galvis, though, and Galvis will make that play, and that is 2 away for us. Can we end the innings? Matt Olson. They look to have a decent sort of middle order here, don't they? Sort of lower top order. I don't know, like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the lineup. Looks quite strong for them. That's a 2-out single. It's going to bring up Chris Davis, who is a power hitter just all round, isn't he? What can Kornel do with him? You can sit him down, is what he can do. There we go. So we get out of the 6th. Still tied at 0s. Ben Heller comes up to the pitching mound. It's Malik Smith into the plate. Malik Smith has not had a good start to the season. He's got a piece of that, but that is going to be caught in center field, I should think. And that is 1 away. At least it wasn't a strikeout. Murphy, who's 2 for 3. Can he get himself on base again here? Murphy, he's got a piece of it, but it looked like it was inside, and he's popped it up, and another catch for center field, this time coming in. And that's 2 away for Reynolds. Again, mate, close your eyes, have a swing, see if you can clear the fence. Give out some souvenirs for us. That is driven to second base, and that'll be the end of the innings. We stretch. Still tied at 0s. Yeah, it's not a classic opening day, this one, is it? Certainly if you like some hitting. 92 pitches. Kornel Heczko is deep now. This might be his last innings. He's still got enough gas in the tank for a strikeout. That's 1 away. Piscotti steps in now, and it is going to be Curtis Taylor to come in. Let's hope he picks up where he was sort of left off last year. Of course, he was Mariners' pitcher of the season. He was just a really, really good pickup for us, wasn't he? And that's going to be the caught out there by Mitch Henniger, and that is 2 away. All right, can he sit down Pinder here? He's got 0-2. He's every chance. And he does just that. All right, we go into the 8th. And again, bats, are they going to be our Achilles heel this season? Vogelbach has a full count. Vogelbach walks again. Is that his 3rd walk of the game? Unbelievable. He's 0 for 0, I think. I don't think he's actually had well, I don't know if it's technically an at-bat, but you know what I mean. All right, he doesn't have much pace. Can Tamori hit him around? Tamori strikes out because that's kind of what he does. All right, Freddie Galvis, you're too high up the order, mate. Come on, get a base hit for me. He has hit into a double play. Unbelievable. No, just the one. All right, that's fair enough. Runner goes to second. It's 2 out again. It's Mitch Henniger to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Can Mitch drive in a run for us? He just might have done, you know. Is it going to get down? Is it going to get down? Oh, it's a stunning catch. Robbed of extra bases. Robbed of a run. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Come on, Curtis Taylor. Come on, mate. That is driven through the left side of the diamond, and that is a leadoff single. Come on, Curtis. Don't let us down here, mate. Come on. Come on. That's been well hit, but Henniger is there, makes a sharp catch, and that will be 1 out with the runner still at first. It's Jerickson? I don't know how you say that name. Anyway, it's the shortstop. He has... Oh, it's a good catch out there. Sliding catch by Malik Smith. Excellent. I tell you what, a lesser center fielder doesn't get to that, does he? 2 away. Matty Chapman to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Can we keep the O? If we don't, we might be in some trouble here. That should be easy enough. Taylor over to first, mate. 2 hands by Murphy. And we get into the 9th. Still tied at 0s. All right, it's time for the bats to explode. Come on, JP Crawford. He's, what is he, 1 for 2 so far. Come on, mate. Come on. He's got it down the first base line, but first baseman gets the glove to it. And does he beat the throw? He does. It's a base hit. An infield hit for JP Crawford. He's not the quickest. Taylor Walls is not the best. Come on, Taylor. He's 0-2. I fear a strikeout. At least it's not a double play. So that's something. Malik Smith now. Again, 0 for 4. Not had a great day, and he's 0-2 as well. He gets a piece of it. Is it going to be a double play? Is it going to be an infield hit? He just might have got himself an infield hit. 2 infield hits in the 9th. We're 1 out. Runners at first and second. And it's Daniel Murphy. Go on, Murph. Come on, mate. Can you drive in a run for us? He's hit it. Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? It is. It's deep enough to get to the fence. That's going to drive in to Daniel Murphy with a bases clearing triple. A 2 RBI triple. And we take the lead in the 9th. Excellent stuff by Daniel Murphy, and it's 2-0 to the Mariners. Warm up, Will Smith. You might have to come in and close this one out for us, mate. Can Reynolds add another run on? We've got another run 90 feet away. And Reynolds does just that. It is 3-0 to the Mariners, and suddenly it looks a little bit comfortable, doesn't it? Let's not say that out loud. We've still got a pitch yet, but... Runner at first. It's an RBI single for Reynolds. And can Vogelbach keep the Mariners train chugging along? He has hit into a double play. No, he hasn't. He's got it through. What is the shortstop doing? The train does continue to chug. And it is 1 out. Runners at first and second. Tamori to the plate. He's 0 for 4. Can he get himself a base hit? Lights have been switched out. Maury. He strikes out again. Maury. We're going to have to play Wong, I think. Wong was the better hitter in spring training as well. Galvis with 2 out. Can he add anything onto the tally here? Galvis, decent piece of it, but it's going to be caught out there in center field. And there we go. But damage done in the top of the 9th. 3 runs across the plate. Can we now close this out with Big Will Smith? Come on, Smithy. Come on, mate. That's been hit, and it's going to be a leadoff single, and that's not the start we wanted. Come on, Smithy. That's been hit. Is that going to be a double play? No, that's gotten through as well. Smith, mate, what are you doing? Tying run to the plate. Oh, is it going to be another one of these seasons? Come on, Smith. That's been popped up, and that should be caught. It is, and the runners will not advance. Okay, double play now can get us out of this. Piscotti to the plate. That could be the double play, you know. There's one. Can we turn it? We can turn it. And we have ironies of all ironies. We've won the game with a double play. So there we go. A really solid start to the season. A really good pitching performance. And in the end, the bats got the job done for us, didn't they? So really, really good stuff. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. If you're just finding the channel with the new season, make sure you subscribe. And we will be back on Wednesday. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, of course, is when we play baseball. Now, the next thing, the first real thing is the draft. So that's not till... So we've got a little bit of time here. Let's come back. Houston Astros, preseason predictions said they were first, we were second. Let's come back for Game 3 of this series and see how we're shaping up after a month of action. Until then, guys, up in Aussieville, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.